skaters, welcome back. Now, if you are new to my channel, I have some info to fill you in on, a little story, if you will. About 7 weeks ago, just after I had finished a morning of coaching, I was walking through the hallway in my skates and slipped and twisted my right ankle pretty bad, and I have been off the ice ever since, just teaching from the side. But to make matters even worse, about 7 months ago, I twisted my ankle really badly. I was messing around on a skateboard and fell off and experienced the worst pain of my entire life. And so I have spent 7 months in a sort of recovering and healing phase, but today I start physical therapy. I am so excited. I have never been to a physical therapist. I have no idea what to expect. I have friends who are physical therapists, and I still really don't know what is involved in physical therapy. So I'm really going into this a complete novice, but an excited complete novice. Just looking forward to seeing what they can offer me and how they can help me strengthen and heal and prevent any future injuries. When you have an injury like this, like an ankle injury, it becomes easier to re-injure it if you don't properly heal the first time. And so I don't ever want this to happen again. And so I'm going to be diligent and do everything that this physical therapist says. Now, my big goal is to get off of my walking boot. I have been using a walking boot for almost since the very beginning of this, and I had crutches at the start, but I've had a walking boot even with the crutches, and I'm tired of putting all that Velcro on. So my first hope is that I can get off the walking boot pretty quick. So I just am going to throw my hair back and head out, and I'll take you along for the ride, and we can experience this together. First thing upon arrival, I met Nolan, my physical therapist. We started out the session with him really just trying to understand what I do as a figure skater and what I expect out of my feet, ankles, legs with my sport. And I really appreciated how in-depth he got to make sure that he knew what I needed. He then looked at my foot and analyzed it for pain, strength, flexibility, and also compared it to my strong foot so he could see what my standard was. And this beginning period really gave me a sense of confidence that he not only knew what he was talking about, but was really trying to make sure he understood my personal needs as a figure skater. The next thing he did was pulled up this really neat app that showed the full bone structure of my foot, and then with a click of a button he was able to show me where all the muscles attach, and this helped me understand how the injury affects not just my ankle but the muscles running all the way up into my calf as well. I hadn't really thought about my calf being affected by this injury. I was really just thinking about the ankle, but once he explained how the muscles attached, I realized that this explained the pain I was having that was running all the way up into the outside of my knee.
Target of treatment, we got to get these lateral muscles a lot stronger, and they go all the way up into your calf on the lateral side, and they're going to control a lot of stability on that lateral side, so they're going to be big for you so that you don't sprain your ankle again.
With another click of a button, he showed me where all the tendons were. I could see the tendons all the way around the ankle, where they attached, and he could show me where mine had been stretched out with my injuries. I felt like this app was so great for visualizing what was actually going on inside my foot. The next thing Nolan did was worked my ankle to try to loosen up those muscles and give me a bit more range of motion, as I was feeling like my ankle was incredibly stiff. I had very little movement in it, so this period was really important to give me a bit of flexibility. After that, we just went through a very simple series of strengthening exercises where I was just pushing my foot against the resistance of his hand, pushing up against his hand or pushing back. I was fairly decent front to back, but when I got to the side to side motions, it was almost comical how little strength I had. He wanted me to move my foot to the side laterally and then
resist his hand, and I could barely do it. So there's definitely room for improvement in that area. And then he gave me some homework exercises to work on in between my physical therapy sessions. So we got out a PVC pole, and he had me doing some simple balance exercises, which at first I thought I was doing pretty well, but then he had me bend my standing knee, and suddenly I could hardly balance and kept having to reach for the table in order to stand back up. So again, lots of room for improvement in the balance department.
So I'm back home from my physical therapy appointment. I felt like it went really, really well. I just was really appreciative that somebody was taking so much care over making sure my foot got back to really good performance, ability. I got this little book from them that I'm going to be going through, flipping through and reading everything in there. And then he put in what I'm supposed to be doing for the next couple of days as far as my homework, my physical therapy homework. So that's on this page. So I've got some strengthening exercises he wants me to do. So I'll do that, and then I'm gonna see him again in a couple of days. But these guys did an awesome job today, and I'm really excited to see my progress and get back to being me.
Today I had day 2 of my physical therapy. I did all my homework in between and have already felt a bit of an improvement in both strength and stability. So that is really encouraging. I went in today just really excited to see what he had for me. We started out with the same simple strengthening exercises that I did the first day, where I was pushing against his foot, and I was a little stronger, still really weak laterally, side to side. But I'm just going to keep working, and I'm sure, as with everything else, the more you work at it, the more you will improve. At this point, he has been working on weaning me off of the boot a few hours a day to start building up strength and endurance in that ankle. So we were able to go out and do some more exercises without being concerned about me rolling my ankle while I'm walking around. So we went ahead and did some heel walks with my toes elevated, and then the opposite of that, up on my tiptoes. And then he gave me some exercises which I'm going to use as homework this week. Again, working on both strength and balance. Now at first he had me using the PVC, but it soon showed that I didn't really need the PVC, so we took it away and I did it without any assistance to my balance whatsoever. I really liked this exercise because it felt so much like something I might actually do out on the ice. This is a great exercise for someone who's working on having a stronger diagonal push in their forward stroking. We then did what he called a T-hold and I call a spiral. This one I felt pretty proud of myself because even though my ankle was going absolutely crazy trying to hold me up, I have enough training through my skating that my upper body was able to stay really still, and I was able to hold it for just about the entire 30 seconds that he asked.
So I just got done with my second physical therapy session, and I have to say, I'm so grateful for these physical therapy sessions. I am so grateful for somebody who's really helping me with things that are focused for my sport. Like, he was thinking about what I do, and I'm already feel like my strength is better, my balance is better. I still have a lot of work to do to get it to where I could actually skate, but I feel like there's been so much progress. And beyond that, it's just like I feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, I can see there's hope that I will be able to get back on my skates, and that is something I am just so incredibly grateful for. So I'm gonna do all my homework, guys, all of it, because it's gonna help me get back on the ice. I can see how it's gonna help me get back on the ice, and that just makes me happy.
Just got back from work, but I wanted to fill you in on my third physical therapy session I had today.
It was a whole nother level from the last two. I loved it, and I'm going to be feeling it for a while because we got some good exercise in, and it really pointed out to me how out of shape I have gotten over the course of these 7 months of recovery I've been dealing with this year. We started today with a really good ankle workup and calf workup. I had been telling him how I felt like my calf had gotten really tight over the weekend, and so he got this little metal piece out that's designed for physical therapy, and he was working it through my calf muscle, and I've been able to feel throughout the day how it's helped loosen it up, but it was really a challenging experience to get through while he was doing it. It's one of those things where you just kind of suck it up and say, okay, this is for my good, I can handle it. So that was a whole new experience for me today. Once we got done with that though, we got to some exercise, again for balance, but also building up strength. Since the muscles in my calf and ankle have atrophied, we really need to improve the strength in that area so that I don't re-injure my ankle in the future. So he created a little circuit for me with some step-ups on a box and sumo squats. We did some lunges, which I really liked because again, I feel like they apply so well to my figure skating. And we followed that up with a sled push. So it was a great little circuit. We ran through it a couple of times. But here's the really exciting news, you guys. At the beginning of this, I said that one of my goals was to get off of that walking boot. Well, he has been weaning me off, as I said earlier, a few hours a day, increasing the amount of time that I've been in a shoe rather than in a boot. And as of today, this walking boot is gone. I don't have to wear it ever again. I'm gonna put that aside, and I am just so happy. I'm not on the ice yet, but that's okay. I am getting stronger, and to not have to Velcro those 6 straps onto my ankle anymore is a big victory. I am just really happy about that. So far, I feel like my experience with physical therapy has been all good. It's been challenging. It hasn't always been pleasant, but it really has given me hope that I'm going to get back to skating and back to jumping, back to landing jumps. I'm injured my landing foot, so I'm excited that this is going to bring me back to where I'm going to be strong again and able to really enjoy and pursue a sport that I have loved my entire life. So I'm just grateful to my physical therapist, Nolan, and all the people at KIME Physical Therapy where I've been going, and can't wait to see what the next sessions involve and see how quickly my strength comes back. I hope you have enjoyed this. Of course, I look forward to reading all your comments below, and don't forget to give us that thumbs up. If you haven't yet, then hit that red subscribe button down below, and I look forward to seeing you next time.